I'm Bobby Hinn, and let's queer up the USA view. Pentagon targets Scouts over inclusion. The Pentagon is threatening to cut federal funding to Scouting America, the organization formerly known as the Boy Scouts, over its gender-inclusive policies. The Department of Defense says Scouting America must comply with an executive order from Donald Trump calling for the elimination of diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts or risk losing support. Chief Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell wrote on Twitter, quote, "Scouting America's leadership has made decisions that run counter to the values of this administration and this Department of War, including an embrace of DEI and other social justice, gender-fluid ideological stances. This is unacceptable," end quote. Scouting America has expanded inclusion over the past decade, admitting openly gay scouts in 2013, lifting bans on gay adult leaders in 2015, and welcoming girls and transgender boys starting in 2017. LGBTQ advocates warn the funding threat could hamper inclusive youth spaces nationwide. Well, for one thing, if Scouting America lose Pentagon funding, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Girl Scouts never got such a thing. The Pentagon funding comes from remnants of when Boy Scouts were Boy Scouts of America, and one of their big events, Jamboree, I believe, was held in government property, I believe. Some kind of military base.
As a former Cub Scout, I remember being told about Jamboree when I was that's like literally 30-something years ago, I practically. But I don't remember if it was on government. It was on a big space.
I remember, what's his name now? He used to work for, I interviewed him for my dissertation, Zach. What's his name? He was an Eagle Scout. Yeah. He was an Eagle. There were a lot of scandals that propelled Scouting America to change names from Boy Scouts to Scouting America, and also to the inclusion, including the revelations that just like the Catholic Church, Boy Scouts had their own predator problem.
Well, as a former Cub Scout myself, I think the one thing you have to look at is the Pentagon is funded by tax money. So for them to say we're not going to be funding something, we know where the right wing is coming from right now, but it's so incredibly petty.
Well, it is there are two parts of it. Like, one, should the Department of Defense be funding something for children? Because it's always implied that it's like you're trying to encourage kids to go sign up for the war machine, and I'm always the one that tells the young person, don't sign up for the American Empire, kid. They don't pay well. But anywho, the other part of this that layers type out, which is, the president just wants to do by fiat whatever he wants, and that's not okay either. Because a part of me feels like, why didn't Obama do this to the Scouts back in 2008 to queer kids then?
I look back, and we had several den mothers in my neighborhood. I mean, everybody knew I was gay before I really accepted it.
I feel my parents.
I have to say, though, that experience, no matter what you think of Cub Scouts or the Scouting, was good for me for the interaction with other boys, interaction with other parents who ran, the dens locally. So, we're being taxed. We pay the cost of the Pentagon. They should not be involved at all.
And I didn't go into Boy Scouts not for anything weird. I just wasn't into camping. Could you see me as a kid camping? This queen,
honey, no.
Not even a Winnebago.
Yeah, this queen was my version of camping at 12. I was like, if there's a hotel with a fireplace, I'll go to those woods.
A hotel with a fire pit, but But as you pointed out, Scouting has always been, especially Boy Scouts, I'm not talking about Girl Scouts here, Boy Scouts has always had a whiff of paramilitarism to it, which also brings some uncomfortable implications. So for me, if they lose support from the Pentagon, so be it. There are plenty of other nonprofits or foundations that will prop them right back up.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll work out, and hopefully, we won't have someone that continues to just rule by fiat. And there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.